Here they come through 3 and 4. Newell and Linares looking to make it. We are green into turn number 1. Timothy Newell jumps out to the early lead down on the bottom. Here comes Bobby Miller onto the inside of Linares. Battle for that second spot. Give it to Bobby Miller down into turn number 3. Linares will jump back down to the bottom, trying to make it a door-to-door off 4. He will not get there as Ken Morris is going to go around the number 3 as well. Morris now going down to the bottom and going to go to a drag race between him and the 0-2 of Bobby Miller. Miller has the advantage down through 3 and 4 as they both go down below Newell. New leader at the line, Linares going around. We stay green, so the pass for the lead stands. Bobby Miller, your new race leader. Ken Morris into that second spot now, with Timothy Newell fading back to the 3rd position. He's about to get run down by the Torres machines. The 6 and the 9 trying to run down that number 40 car. Steven Torres coming from 6th to 4th. He's looking for 3rd now as they head off at turn number 4. Timothy Newell standing in his way as they go down into turn number 1. They both go through the high side with Newell holding on. Ken Morris has almost caught your race leader up front as Bobby Miller continues to lead in the number 0-2. Steven Torres going to try the bottom shelf just a little underneath the number 40 machine. That is your battle for 3rd. Side-by-side racing for 3rd now with Steven Torres down to the bottom. Newell up top, Steven Torres down low. Torres cannot quite make the deal go through as Newell will hold on for now. Here comes Ken Morris back down to the bottom as the white flag comes out. One more trip around for Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller trying to hold on to the race lead. He's got a handful of Ken Morris. Morris going down to the bottom. Last lap pass for the lead down into turn number 3. Ken Morris will take the spot off turn number 4. Miller challenges back to the bottom. It's Morris at the line. Miller will finish 2nd, then it will be Timothy Newell and Steven Torres. Green flag in the air, we are underway. Down into turn number 1. Dosser will jump out to the early lead in that number 47G. Then it's going to be a 3-car gaggle for that 2nd spot. Give it to Hunter Welch down into turn number 3. Tyler Webb going around in front of the field. Jason Alexander spins to miss as we got 2 cars parked in turn number 4, and that will bring out our first caution. To get this one started. Here they come through 3 and 4. They step on the loud pedal. We're green. Dosser gets the advantage down into turn number 1 in the number 47G. Here comes Hunter Welch up into that 2nd spot. Josh Knoyer into 3rd. He's going to look for more down into turn number 3. He'll go to the high side. Hunter Welch down to the inside. Welch trying to hold on to that 2nd spot, but Josh Knoyer on the outside. They're going to go side by side. Now Knoyer has him down the backstretch. Josh Knoyer now going to the high side. He's got the number 47G on the inside. Bailey Dosser trying to hold on to the race lead, but Knoyer going up top. We're going to have a drag race down the front stretch. Dosser slams the door shut down into turn number 1. Knoyer going to hold on up top. He's going to try to run it back down to the bottom, down in 3 and 4. Dosser making the trap. Whoa, Knoyer going right through. We've got a caution and a... So Bailey Dosser sets the pace. We're green. Aaron Alley going to the high side. He's going to take that second spot from Hunter Welch. Here comes Tyler Webb pouring back through the field. He'll go to the high side and challenge for third from Hunter Welch. Welch is down on the inside of the number 325. Webb up high. Webb going to shut it back down to the bottom. This is your battle for third. He's going to try the slider. Cannot get there. Hunter Welch comes charging back through on the high side. Meanwhile, up front, Aaron Alley has caught your race leader. Aaron Alley in that number 17A has caught the race leader of Bailey Dosser. Dosser holding on to the race lead now. But Alley with the head of steam down the backstretch will be right on the back bumper of the number 47. We're going to have 2 laps to go. One car going around in turn number 4. He will keep it going. We stay green. Tyler Webb finally takes that third spot. Now he's in contention for this race lead. White flag will come out. One more trip around. Bailey Dosser continues to lead. Aaron Alley's going to go up high through 1 and 2. Tyler Webb going to stick down to the bottom with he's sitting in that third spot. Aaron Alley's going to set him up down to the bottom. He's going to take his shot here through 3 and 4. They're door to door off 4 to the checkered. It's going to be Bailey Dosser. Aaron Alley will finish second. Then it will be Tyler Webb in third. Hunter Welch. The 51W, that'll be Thomas Walp with the 010 of Clayton Gross, the 76 of Timmy Johnson, and the number 20R of Riley Dixon. Scheduled on this one. Dixon not showing. We're green. The dust settles out at turn number 2. We got a battle for the race lead. Zentgraf on the outside, Race Elliott down on the inside. They're going to go door to door off turn number 4 to the line. It's going to be Zentgraf leading lap number 1. Jonathan Powers now looking to the outside of Race Elliott down into turn number 3. They'll swap positions on the track as Powers will go down to the bottom. Elliott went to the top. That is your battle for second. Peyton Zentgraf holding on to the race lead. Now Race Elliott distancing himself from Jonathan Powers down the backstretch. Powers slipped up through 1 and 2, causing the gap. John Merkel getting way sideways through 3 and 4. He'll save it, and we will stay green. But we're about to have a battle for the race lead as Race Elliott is right on the back bumper of the number 3Z. They're going to go door to door down the front stretch. As Zentgraf will hold on right now, but Race Elliott trying to make it a race down the backstretch. Now they will go back door to door through 3 and 4. Down on the inside, Race Elliott is making it a beauty down to the inside. Peyton Zentgraf going to stay up top in the number 3Z. He will be your race leader down through 3 and 4. Here comes Race Elliott back down to the bottom. We have 2 laps to go. Who's it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen? Race Elliott keeping it down to the bottom. Peyton Zentgraf has been running the cushion this whole time as they come to the white flag. One more trip around. Elliott will go back down to the bottom through 3 and 4. He's got the number 3Z of Zentgraf to the outside. They almost touch fenders down the backstretch. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to come down the line. The checkered flag is flying. It's Race Elliott at the line. What a race. So they stack them 2 by 2 by 4. Through this one as the green flag flies, we are underway. Robert Elliott with the chop job down into turn number 1. He closes the door on the number 4F. Trevor Foley going to try to make up ground down the backstretch. Foley will go down to the bottom. Robert Elliott will continue to lead through 3 and 4 in that number 09, but now he's going to gap him down the front stretch. Kelly Terry goes around in turn number 3, but keeps it going. Eric Kimbrough sitting in that third spot, trying to run down the number 4 F and make it a battle for that second spot. He's got his hands full with the number 511 of Corey Williams as Kimbrough goes through the infield. I look down for a name, and then there's a car going through the infield. Brandon Decker now right behind the number 511 of Corey Williams. Williams trying to hold on to that third spot. He's got the 5-star just all over him. That's Brandon Decker. Trevor Foley in that second spot just cannot quite get back with the number 09 of Robert Elliott. Elliott trying to run away up front. Trying to make it 2 for 2 for the Elliott Racing team. They're fast already. We'll see how they can do in the feature tonight. Robert Elliott running the bottom side to perfection. Trevor Foley trying to run him down. 2 laps to go that time. Through 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. One more trip around for Robert Elliott. Everything else is kind of spread out between the cars from there. As they sail down the back stretch for the final time in heat race number 3. No contest. This is going to be Robert Elliott to the checkered. Trevor Foley in second. That will be the 511 of Corey Williams. The 5-star of Brandon Decker. Then the 151 of Kevin Leach. Right behind him will be the number 38 of Jay Todd. The 97 of Eric Kimbrough. Sean Deskins, your 8. Paget not answering the call. We're going green. Zimmerman steps on the loud pedal. Harley White going to go up to the top shelf. We're going to go side by side for the race lead down the backstretch. Harley White going to jump it down to the bottom and settle behind the number 1. We're going to see what happens as Justin Zimmerman zips off down the front stretch. Zimmerman extends his race lead down the backstretch. Harley White now contending with the number 79 of Keith Martin. Martin going to go up to the high side, and that is your battle for second. Harley White will take it back to the top shelf through 1 and 2. With Zimmerman going down low. Now they will all settle down to the bottom and try to run down the bottom of 3 and 4. Traditional non-wing sprint car action on this quarter-mile clay oval. What better sight could you ask for? Harley White contending with Keith Martin. That is your battle for second. Martin has caught the number 72 of White. White trying to hold it down to the bottom. Now Martin is going to go up to the top side and test the cushion. Harley White now to the top side. Keith Martin trying the catfish line through 1 and 2. Martin gets 2 wheels underneath Harley White. That is a side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel battle for second. Give it to Martin at the line. 2 laps to go, that time by for Justin Zimmerman, your race leader. Whoa, Harley White getting into the back of the number 79. They keep it going. White flag is out, 1 more trip around. So White getting a little piece of the number 79 for that second spot. Your heat race winner will be the number 1 of Justin Zimmerman. Harley White in second, Keith Martin in third. Then it'll be the number 20 of Sean Deskins going all the way to 4th. So once again, the car not answering the call from Amarillo, Texas, the number 6D of Morgan Dowdy. Green in hand, green flag in the air. We are racing into turn number 1. Cameron Hagan going to jump out to the early lead with the number 3 S of Stephen Smith on the chase. Dane Fields fading back to that 5th spot. He's got TJ Harrell in his sights in the number 24. The body armor number 5 making his way to the race lead. Cameron Hagan holding on. Steven Smith going to settle in that second spot. He's got the number 31 of Mason Smith up in the third. Oh, TJ Harrell going around. Caution on the Speedway. So one lap in the books. Cameron Hagan is your leader. As they inch through 3 and 4. Flagman is looking. We're green. Hagan's going to lead down into turn number 1. He has got the number 51. The 3S, excuse me. Challenging, whoa, 2 cars get together, 1 car. They stacked way up. The 51 has demolished that front end, a chain of events, causing the 51 to wheel hop over one of the cars. Inching through 3 and 4, we're green. Hagan will lead down to the bottom. He's got the number 31 challenging for that second spot. We give it to the 3S of Smith down the backstretch. Steven Smith holding on the outside, but Mason Smith going down to the bottom. They are going to go side by side for that second spot. Mason Smith going to get the advantage down the backstretch. Steven Smith going to stay strong on the outside and try to contend with that second spot again, but give it to Mason Smith. He's going to set his sights on Cameron Hagan up front. Dane Fields looking down to the bottom in that number 99. He's got lots of damage from that last caution on that rear bumper. They're going to keep them going. Freight train around the bottom through 3 and 4. Mason Smith getting real tight through 1 and 2, and it stacks up the cars behind him. Smith was lucky to escape out of there with the spot he was in. As Cameron Hagan hits 5 laps into 8. They're going to see 2 laps to go next time. TJ Harrell looking to the outside of Dane Fields. That is your battle for the 5th position. Now Harrell going to go back down to the bottom. He's got the side-by-side race down the front stretch. Steven Smith slowing through 1 and 2, and he'll bring it to a stop. 6 laps out of a scheduled 8, and Cameron Hagan continues to lead. We'll see if Mason Smith has anything for the driver, the number 5, as they step on the gas. We're green. Smith went for it and had to back off. He is now back into the 4th spot. TJ Harrell takes advantage. He'll move up into 2nd, and that number 24 as the white flag comes out. 1 more trip around for heat race number 2. Hagan gonna sail it down the backstretch through 3 and 4. Easy money for the number 5. Cameron Hagan wins heat race number 2. TJ Harrell will come home 2nd, then it will be Dane Fields in the number 99. The 3rd. Inching through 3 and 4. Flagman looking to send them green. Diebrich and Sellers step on the loud pedal. We're green. Sellers going to take it to the high side. Diebrich stays down low. He will hold on to the race lead, but now Sellers down to the bottom. Sellers going to skate by and take the lead as he'll bring the number 1 of Paul White with him. Red flag for 1 car going upside down. That is the number 36. Bobby up in that 3rd spot with the number 1 of Paul White. As they inch through 3 and 4, they'll set the pace out of turn number 4. We're green. Much better start for Diebrich as we're going to go 3 wide for the race lead there momentarily. Kyle Jones going down to the bottom and makes contact with Robert Sellers, but Sellers is going to take the lead out of turn number 4. Huge run for the number 99. He'll move up into 2nd, looks for more. That is Dalton Stevens. He'll take the lead down the backstretch. Stevens going to run the high side. Now Robert Sellers battling it back down to the inside. We're going to go side by side for the race lead out of turn number 2. Give it to Dalton Stevens down the backstretch. Kyle Jones moves it up into that third spot. He has got the number 1 of Paul White down to the inside. He's trying something up on the high side. Can he make it happen? He does, and now he'll set his sights on second. Kyle Jones pinches down onto the inside and takes the second spot from Robert Sellers, but Sellers doesn't give up just yet. Sellers in that number 4C slips up a little bit out of turn number 2. He'll lose 2 spots to Jones. And Paul White going to get in that third spot is now Kyle Jones going for the race lead. Dalton Stevens takes it back down on the inside. Stevens saying down low, 2 laps to go. Kyle Jones roaring it around the outside, and now Stevens slips up. Kyle Jones will take the lead with white flag out. One more trip around. Paul White will move up into that second spot as well as Kyle Jones is checked out up front. The 04 down the backstretch for the final time. Off turn number 4, give it to Kyle Jones, your heat race winner. Second will go to they're going down the backstretch now. Flagman gave them the 1 to go. Caution lights go out. We're going to go green this time. Stepping on the loud pedal, we're green. Whoa, 2 cars get together and they stack up the entire field. Caution. We're green. Chase Parson will lose the lead down the back stretch. No number on that race car, as that is the number 49 of Justin Feifeld. Justin Feifeld going to the race lead in the number 49 machine. 1 car off the racing surface, the number 91 of Cody Price. Scott Evans down on the inside, making moves. He's up to third. Now he'll take it to the high side. He jumps the cushion in the number 118. Parsons is going to hold down that second spot, as now Scott Evans is challenging on the inside for that position. Scott Evans giving him everything he's got as Justin Feifeld continues the lead. Scott Evans goes to second. Now Michelle Parsons sees her husband in sight. Driver, the number 57, that's Chase Parson. His wife is the number 21 of Michelle Parson. As Feifeld is running away up front. 4 laps complete of a scheduled 8. When they come back around, they're going to see 2 laps to go for the number 49. Through 3 and 4 to the white flag. Justin Feifeld will lead. He's got 1 more to go. Scott Evans right behind him trying to make a move. Scott Evans going to go down to the bottom. They're going to try to go side by side for the race lead. To the checkered flag. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Justin Feifeld. Scott Evans will finish second. Then it'll be Chase Parson. In the number 28, that'll be Sean Kiley from Altus. With the number 21 from Fruitvale, Texas, that's Greg Gothard. In the number 13H, that'll be O.C. Hunt. And from Wichita Falls, in the number 814, that'll be Jamie Hatcher. Green flag in the air, and we are underway. Gothard going down to the bottom. Sean Kiley up top. They're going to go side by side for the race lead. Give it to Gothard at the line. Sean Kiley not going away up top in the number 28. He's going to battle back around on the outside. Greg Gothard, your race leader, but now Sean Kiley going to swap down to the bottom. O.C. Hunt sees the door wide open, and he'll take his shot. Hunt to second. O.C. now looking down to the bottom as the 814 of Jamie Hatcher goes around in turn number 2. We stay green. O.C. Hunt going to go down to the bottom and try to make that move. Sean Kiley all over the back bumper of the number 13. But Hunt holding on. Greg Gothard leading up front in the number 21. Now Jamie Hatcher about to go a lap down to the number 21 of Greg Gothard. And now she goes around once again. Big problems for the number 814 as she'll spin down in the infield. White flag is out. One more trip around for Greg Gothard. Down the back stretch for the final time. Checkered flag in the air for the number 21. That's Greg Gothard. O.C. Hunt will finish second. Then it'll be Sean Kiley in third. And rounding out this one will be the number 814 of Jamie Hatcher. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Fruitville in the 14T from Iowa Park. That's Colin T. Fatiller. And rounding out this one in the number 6H from Wichita Falls, Texas, that's Hunter Krugel. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Colton Mooney leads when the dust settles out of turn number 2. Bradley Cox and the number 63 of Ralston will battle it out for that second spot. Here comes Bondi Cannon slicing and dicing, trying to get around for that second position. We got 4 cars, now 5 with Krugel, as they go 3 wide down the backstretch that have a chance for that second spot. Bondi Cannon making the move and getting up in that second spot. He's got George Ralston in third. Colin T. Fatiller trying it for fourth. But up front, it is all Colton Mooney in the number 628. Bondi Cannon trying to hold on to that second spot. George Ralston trying to run him down in the number 63 as Colton Mooney continues to lead up front in the number 628. Colton Mooney out to a gigantic lead here in his tuner. Bondi Cannon sitting in that second spot, but the race on the surface right now is for third. That is George Ralston and Colin T. Fatiller. Colton Mooney out front. Colton Mooney up front. He's got the number 33B, Bondi Cannon, closing in as the checkered flag is in hand. Colton Mooney will win heat race number 1. Bondi Cannon will finish second, then it'll be the number 63 of George Ralston. Inching through 3 and 4. We're green. When the dust settles down at turn number 2, the number 05 of Justin Cottle will be your race leader. Aubrey Parker going to sit in that second spot with Riley Ainsworth now battling for that second position. Ainsworth going to try to go down to the bottom in the number 71R. Aubrey Parker holding on for now. Ainsworth now going to jump it up to the high side in that 71. Justin Cottle out front in the number 05, but we got pretty good race starting up there for the second position. Aubrey Parker running the high side. She's got the number 71R right behind her down into turn number 1. Shane Hansen trying to go up and get around Riley Ainsworth. That is going to be a side-by-side battle through 3 and 4. Shane Henson trying down to the inside once again. Riley Ainsworth holding on the high side. As now Ainsworth will slow into the infield. Something breaking on the number 71R. And now he's going back out, so he's figured out something. Connell still out front in the number 05. Aubrey Parker holding on to that second spot, but Shane Hansen knocking on the door. Randy Reeser and the number 03 of James Shipley rounding out your top 5 as the white flag comes out. One more trip around as Riley Ainsworth pulls it off into the infield once again. Justin Cottle will sail it down the back stretch for the final time. Tuner Heat Race will belong to Justin Cottle from Burke Burnett, Texas. Aubrey Parker in second, then it'll be Shane Henson in third. Randy Reeser will finish in the 4th position, and rounding out your top 5 will be the 03 of James Shipley. Allister, the number 30, that'll be John Nemitz. The number 71, W of Harold Winton Jr. We're green. Austin Carter going to lead down the backstretch in the number 44. Chris Holt going to jump down to the bottom. He's going to take the lead out of turn number 4. Chris Holt to the race lead in the number 67. He's got the number 44 hot on the chase. That is Austin Carter. Here comes Casey McAllister to the outside. The Pottsboro, Texas native of the number 10 car will go to the high side once again, trying to make a move for that second position. What a race we have up front, ladies and gentlemen. John Nemitz sneaks up in that 4th spot, gets around Brandon Pinson. Now he's going to go around. He'll sail it into the infield. Here comes Casey McAllister back down to the bottom once again in the number 10 machine. They're going to go side by side for second. Give it to Carter at the line, but McAllister has his number. Chris Holt out front in the number 1H67 on the track. Casey McAllister makes the big move for second as the 44 was wicked loose down the front stretch and continues to be that way. 2 laps to go for your race leader, Chris Holt from Blair, Oklahoma. The number 10 of Casey McAllister in second, but not enough time to reach your leader so far. The white flag is out. One more trip around for Chris Holt. As As he sails it down the backstretch for the final time. He'll see the checkered flag. Chris Holt will win heat race number 1. Casey McAllister in second. Then it is going to be Brandon Pinson. It will be barely Austin Carter at the line for 4th. And it'll be Harold Wynn in the number 1 from Lubbock, Texas. That will be Ryan Thomas. And the number 4F from Iowa Park. That is Trevor Foley. Green flag. David Tanner will lead down into the inside. He's got the number 15 of Cale Westover. Give it to Westover down the backstretch. The fast 15 will lead down into 3 and 4. And he'll try to check out up front. David Tanner will settle into that second spot. He's got the number 57. Right behind him, that's Jay Baggett. Trevor Foley contending with the number 97R of Ryan Spangler. That is your side-by-side battle on the raceway. Cale Westover checking out up front. Westover half a straightaway advantage on the D25. Jay Baggett going to go down to the bottom and try to make it a side-by-side battle for second. Cale Westover going to continue to lead down through 1 and 2. Now to a straightaway advantage on David Tanner. It is a freight train behind him from there. One by one as they continue to run down to the inside. Now Trevor Foley making it interesting for the battle for 5th. He'll go down to the bottom. Ryan Spangler on the outside as we have 2 laps to go. Cale Westover running away up front, but David Tanner sitting in that second spot as they hit down through 3 and 4. White flag will be out. One more trip around for the Blair, Oklahoma driver. Jay Baggett will go up to the high side of the number 1 of Ryan Thomas. Thomas up in that 3rd spot as they head through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag flies for Cale Westover. From there, it'll be David Tanner in second. 3rd will go to Ryan Thomas. 4th to Jay Baggett. 5th to Trevor Foley. And rounding out this one, the 97R, that'll be Ryan Spangler. Ladies green flag in the air, we are underway. Alfred going to lead down through 1 and 2. Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Bourne in that number 45, making his debut for the youth tuner class for the season. Jacob Alford trying to gap him up front. Driver the number 12A. Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Right now, the number 12A sending them to Gapplebees. Jacob Alford running away up front. He is almost a half a lap in front of the number 45. As they come back around, they're going to see 2 laps to go for the number 12A. 2 laps to go. And kids, hold on here at intermission. We hope you have your Easter basket as we're going to have the extravaganza Easter egg hunt here at intermission. White flag is out. One more trip around for the number 12A. Jacob Alford going to lead them down the back stretch for the final time. Checkered flag to our final heat race winner of the night, Jacob Alford. Second will go to Kevin Boren in the number 45 machine. Let's hear it for Wichita Falls driver of the number 12A. That's Jacob Alford.
Here we go. We're racing. Steven Smith has the front row advantage. He's coming into turn number 1. Leaving exit turn number 2. It's going to be Steven Smith up for Jim Carter on the top side. Looking for that first place spot. Then you've got the number 4 seat of Robert Sellers and Jeremy Jones. Jim Carter moves up to the lead. Steven Smith falls back to the second place spot. Robert for third going on between Jeremy Jones and Robert Sellers. They're only taking top 4 in this game main. Battling side by side. Comes back straight away. And Robert Sellers. Robert Sellers goes up to the first spot. Smith in third. Jeremy Jonas in fourth. That's 33 of Mike Merrill. Behind him is 35 Sensei. Gardner in front. There you go. Robert Sellers in second. Steven Smith in third. Followed by Jeremy Jonas. Mike Merrill starting to creep in on the number 15 of Jeremy Jonas. Jim Gardner still up front, opening a big lead. Then we got Robert Sellers in second. Steven Smith in third. Jeremy Jonas on the bubble in fourth. Sellers in second. Battle for third going on between Steven Smith and Jeremy Jonas side by side for the third place spot. White flag, one more to go for the 51 of Jim Gardner. Jim Gardner leads him off turn number 2. Coming into turn number 3. Exiting turn number 4. Your winner, the 51 of Jim Gardner. Second goes to Robert Sellers, then Steven Smith. Jeremy Jonas will make it into the B main, followed by Mike Merrill, Cody Price.
6 entries, USRA factory stock A feature. Rolling through 3 and 4, looking, we're green. Ken Morris will jump out to the early lead. He's got Bobby Miller on the outside. They're going to go door to door through 1 and 2 for the race lead. Steven Torres is going to jump up in that third spot right in front of the number 40 of Timothy Newell. Leading lap number 1, give it to Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller in the number 02 takes the race lead. Ken Morris down to the inside, tried to make a run for it, but cannot quite get there. Bobby Miller going to try to run away up front in the number 02 machine. As Ken Morris is going to have to settle into that second spot and try to hunt. He's going to go down to the bottom. Bobby Miller up top. They get 2 wheels next to each other, but it's Bobby Miller with the speed down the backstretch. Bobby Miller going to continue to lead. Ken Morris in that second spot. Steven Torres is now lurking down to the bottom. Ken Morris with a head of steam down the backstretch. We're going to go side by side, door to door through 3 and 4. Morris on the inside. Bobby Miller on the outside. Give lap number 4 to Ken Morris. Steven Torres right there in third, lurking. Trying to take that spot. It's about to be a 3-car battle for the race lead. Bobby Miller on the outside, Ken Morris on the inside. Steven Torres trying everything he's got to try to make it that three-car battle for the race lead. Torres is going to go up high, trying to make a move on Ken Morris. Bobby Miller is now your race leader once again. Steven Torres trying to slice up through the middle. Torres trying to go 2 for 2 here as he tries to make the two-car pass through the middle. We're going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Morris has the advantage down to the bottom. He's got that number 3 M working up front. Bobby Miller keeps the high side. Now Steven Torres is going to take the spot away. Torres into that second spot. Bobby Miller now your race leader. Torres trying to run him down up top. Bobby Miller is making that top side work for him so far as Steven Torres running the high side now. He's going to dip it back down low with the crossover. We're going to go side by side to the line. Bobby Miller still leads. Torres now making the bump. Bobby Miller off the pace. New leader Steven Torres as Bobby Miller breaks. Ken Morris makes a little bit of a bump there on the number 6 machine. They're going to race down the backstretch. Ken Morris will go down to the bottom and try to make a move for the race lead. Steven Torres is going to lead on the high side. They're going to try to go door to door for the race lead. Torres slips up. Morris with a big run. Morris going to go back down to the bottom. Torres will recover on the high side. He'll retake the lead down the backstretch. Torres still has the advantage. Ken Morris trying everything he's got in the number 3 M. Next time by, they're going to see 2 laps to go. Morris going to drive it deep down into the bottom. 2 laps to go that time. Ken Morris leads at the line. Steven Torres hard on the outside. Ken Morris going to drive it in deep once again. He's going to slide up behind the number 6 of Torres, setting him up for the slingshot. White flag is out. One more trip around. Torres is on the outside. Ken Morris was on the inside. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Torres crowds the bottom. He'll take the checkered flag. Ken Morris will finish second. Then it'll be the number 40 of Timothy Newell. Mason Linares will round out your running order. Then Bobby Miller and Carter Torres. Straight laps, USRA Limited Modifieds. They inch through 3 and 4. Flagman is looking. Robert Elliott about to set the pace. We're green. Elliott going to jump down to the early lead. He's got the number 17A of Aaron Alley to the outside. Alley going to challenge down the backstretch. We're going to go door to door through 3 and 4. Yellow as 2 cars going around in turn number 3. All right, they stack them back up once again. Inching through 3 and 4, we're green. Robert Elliott going to lead down into turn number 1. Aaron Alley not quite as good of a start on the outside, but he's going to have a head of steam down the backstretch. Side by side for the race lead as we head down through 3 and 4. Aaron Alley on the outside, Robert Elliott down on the inside. Give it to Aaron Alley at the line. Corey Williams battling down to the inside of the number 47G of Bailey Dosser as we have a side-by-side battle for the race lead. Robert Elliott crowding the 17A, but it's going to be Aaron Alley at the line. Alley running that high side to perfection in the number 17A from Lakeside City, Texas. He's trying to run away from Robert Elliott on the outside. They're going to continue to go door to door off turn number 4. Robert Elliott almost had Alley that time. Alley continuing to lead on the outside. Robert Elliott challenges back down to the bottom. Elliott gonna inch to the inside. Now Alley with a commanding lead at the line. It's been close each and every lap, but now Aaron Alley starting to slowly but surely move away from the 09. Caution on the Speedway. Josh Knoyer and the 151 of Kevin Leach go. We'll see what Bailey Dosser has for Robert Elliott on the outside, as well as Aaron Alley up front as they inch through 3 and 4. Flagman looking. We're great. Bailey Dosser going to slide down to the bottom and cut the door on the 09, and that's going to lose Dosser some spots. As Robert Elliott goes right back down to the bottom, he's going to challenge the number 17A of Aaron Alley for your race lead. Alley on the outside, Robert Elliott on the inside. They're going to drag race down into turn number 3. Right behind them in the number 5 star, that is Brandon Decker. Robert Elliott has the advantage going into turn number 3, but Aaron Alley has such a run down the front stretch off of 4 that he just cannot quite get out in front of Alley. Now Robert Elliott has the advantage at the line and will lead, but Alley right back there on the outside. Aaron Alley will go right to the outside once again. Brandon Decker trying to throw his name into the mix here for the race lead. Your top 3, you could throw a blanket over them. Now Robert Elliott settling into the race lead. Aaron Alley on the hunt. He is the first taker up top in that number 17A as we got a car around in front of your leaders. 2 cars. One was covered in dirt. Inching through 3 and 4. Looking. We're great. So Robert Elliott gets the jump on him. Aaron Alley going to go up top. He's going to go around the number 5 star, Brandon Decker. Decker going to hold strong down to the inside and complete the pass down into turn number 3, but Alley not going away just yet. Whoa, Decker stacks him up. Caution on the Speedway. 3 cars, nowhere to go. Elliott up into that 4th spot. We'll see if he's got anything for Robert. Bailey Dosser and Aaron Alley making up that 2nd row. They're staying right on the back bumper of the 09 of Robert Elliott. We're green. Dosser slips up. Aaron Alley has to just drive right through the number 47. Crunching that rear quarter panel. They're going to go side by side through 3 and 4. Alley back again on the high side. Dosser down to the inside. That is your battle for 2nd. Peyton Zengraff moving up into the mix as well as Race Elliott. Tyler Webb trying to stay with him as well. Dosser will settle into that 3rd spot where they're going to have their hands full with Race Elliott and Peyton Zengraff. Robert Elliott up front. He's trying to run away. He's got Aaron Alley in 2nd, but Robert with that jump, just Alley had nothing for him. Halfway home that time. As we head to lap 11, we stay healthy through the field. As now here comes Race Elliott down to the inside. He moves up into the 3rd spot. Race Elliott going to the bottom, going to go side by side with Aaron Alley for 2nd. The Elliott's trying to run away with this one. Race down to the inside, Aaron Alley on the outside. They're going to go door to door through 3 and 4. The race is for 2nd, and Race has got it. Aaron Alley not going away on the I side with the 17A. Race trying to crowd the number 17A through 1 and 2. Now he will stay down to the bottom. Yellow on the racing surface for Timmy Johnson, the number 76. Inching through 3 and 4, we're green. Robert Elliott will lead down into turn number 1. Aaron Alley going to go to the top shelf. Race Elliott down to the bottom. Race Elliott with the advantage down the backstretch. He moves up into second. Oh, Zedcraft going around, gets smoked. Caution. Here they come through 3 and 4. Robert Elliott sets the pace for green. Robert Elliott will lead through 1 and 2. Now Race Elliott making the move on the high side. Race going low, race going high. Race goes into second. Elliott will now try to run down the 09 of Robert Elliott. It's Elliott v. Elliott up front. Aaron Alley will now have to contend with Bailey Dosser. That will be your battle for third. Robert Elliott biding his time down on the inside. Race Elliott trying to catch up with their father. They're going to shut them down to the bottom, both running identical lines. Race Elliott just a little bit faster, it looks like, as that 09R is working down to the inside. But does Race Elliott have enough time, as we are going to see 4 laps to go this time? Race is going to go down to the bottom and now slide up top. Loses a little bit of ground on Robert. Robert Elliott up front in the number 09. Trying to keep it square on the inside. 3 to go. The laps are winding down. 2 cars getting together. Eric Kimbrough and the number 32 of Trey Fry. Caution. That'll... Elliott v. Elliott up front. We're green. Robert steps on the loud pedal. Race Elliott going to go back down to the bottom. Race trying to run him down up front as Bailey Dosser going to look down to the inside of Aaron Alley. That is your battle for third. Race Elliott just trying to keep it square as they did not have a good restart there. Josh Knoyer looking at the high shelf, trying to break into the top 5. Be a good run for him. He's got Jonathan Powers in tow, both involved in early cautions. 2 laps to go for Robert Elliott. Knoyer makes the move on Tyler Webb and looking for more. Jonathan Powers going to follow him up to the top shelf. White flag is out for Robert Elliott. 1 more trip around. He is trying to keep it on the bottom. He will through 3 and 4. For the final time, Robert Elliott wins the A feature. Race Elliott will finish second. Then it'll be Aaron Alley, Josh Knoyer, Tyler Webb, Jonathan Powers.
20 laps. We are green. It's going to be Scott Evans leading up turn number 1, exiting turn number 2. Give Scott Evans the lead. Paul White in second. Cole Stevens in third. Followed by Kyle Jones in fourth. Keith Martin in fifth. Justin Zimmerman pushes his way through. On the bumping and banging going in turn 3 and 4. We got one in the tractor time. That's going to bring out a caution as Dane Fields and Michelle. Here we go. They're coming into turn number 3. Coming out turn number 4. Here we go. We're racing once again. It's going to be Scott Evans leading the charge coming into turn number 1. Leave him off turn number 2. Give Scott Evans the lead. Paul White in second. Followed by Dalton Stevens in third. Justin Fifield in fourth. Keith Martin in fifth. Scott Evans will lead lap number 1 as it looks like a freight train down on the bottom. Scott Evans leading the charge. Scott Evans up front. Paul White in second. Followed by Dalton Stevens in third. Justin Fifield fourth. Keith Martin running that top in the 5th place spot. Keith Martin moves up to the 3rd place spot. He's on a charge. He's chasing after the number 1 of Paul White. We got one spinning around, not one, just two. That will bring out the caution. It looks like the 20 of Sean. Lights are out. And we're green. Scott Evans with a good start, coming into turn number 1, exiting turn number 2. Scott Evans will maintain the lead. Paul White in second, followed by Keith Martin running the top side in third, chasing down the number 1 of Paul White. Then Dalton Stevens runs the bottom in fourth, followed by Jason Howell, who gets by the 49 of Justin Fifield for the 5th place spot. Keith Martin running down the number 1 of Paul White. Paul White sticking to the bottom. Keith Martin trying to find some grip on the top side. Battle for the lead. Oh boy, there's a lot of bumping and banging going on in the front straightaway. And it looks like Scott Evans has got a flat right rear. And looks like the caution will come out. Tough break for the 118 of Scott Evans. Led the first 4 laps of this main event, and it comes to end like that. Stevens third, Jason Howell fourth, Justin Fifield in the 5th place spot. Here we go. Green is on. Let's try it again. Paul White running the bottom side. Keith Martin to the top side. Looks like Paul White will lead him down, coming off turn 2, coming into turn number 3. Dalton Stevens running the bottom. Keith Martin on the top. Who's going to get it? Keith Martin moving up to second. It's going to be Paul White up front. Keith Martin in second. Dalton Stevens running that bottom. Gives a lot of grip. Moves up to the 2nd place spot. Keith Martin falls back to 3rd place. Then we got Jason Howell, Justin Fifield battling it out for that 4th place spot. Paul White up front. Dalton Stevens in second. Keith Martin trying to make the top work. Coming out 1 and 2. Then you got Jason Howell and Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones making a hard charge moving. It's Paul White up front. Keith Martin in second. Dalton Stevens in third. Jason Howell in fourth. Getting a good run coming into 3. Exiting off turn number 4. Here comes the 44, Jason Howell. And we got a caution. Caution is out just when it was just about to get exciting. And Howell in 4th. Kyle Jones in 5th. Justin Fifield in 6th. They're coming into turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4. Here we go. Let's try it again. Paul White goes straight to the bottom. Gets a good run off turn number 2. He maintains the lead. Keaton Martin in second. Here comes Dalton Stevens in third. Keaton Martin slides up the track. And it's going to be a battle. Keaton Martin hangs on to the 2nd place spot. Paul White is still your leader. Keaton Martin in second, getting a good run. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Paul White trying to hold him off. Keaton Martin trying to find the good stuff on the top. Try to get around the number 1 of Paul White. Paul White hanging on for dear life as Keaton Martin is pushing. Dalton Stevens and Jason Howell are right there. And we got one in the wall, turn number 4. And it's the 21 of Michelle Parsons. Martin won last night at RPM Speedway, looking to get 2 in a row this weekend. Here we go. We're green. Keith Martin with a big run, but Paul White's going to get a bigger run on the bottom. It's Paul White up front, Dalton Stevens in second. Oh no, we got Jason Howell spinning around. Red, middle, 3 and 4. Brings out the yellow. He was trying to make a move on the 99. Lights out once again, race fans. See if we can put another lap in the books. And we're green. Keith Martin with a good run coming off turn number 2. Can't quite catch the number 1 of Paul White. Paul White making that bottom groove look really, really good. Keith Martin trying to find what he can on the top to get by the number 1. Got Justin Fifield now moving up to 3rd place spot. Dalton Stevens side by side. Looks to be Justin Byfield with the third place spot for the moment. Dalton Stevens has something to say about that. Side by side, Justin Byfield moves up to the third place spot. Meanwhile, Paul White starting to pull away just a little bit from the 79 of Keith Martin. Third place spot, Justin Byfield trying to close in, followed by the 99 of Dalton Stevens. And here comes the 04 of Kyle Jones running that top side. We've got one upside down. It's the 15 of Jeremy Jonas. We're red. Lights are out. Let's try this again. Can Paul White hang on to the lead? Here we go. We're green and we're trying it again. Paul White with a good run coming off turn number 2, maintains the lead. Kid Martin running in second. Then you got Dalton Stevens in third, Justin Byfield in fourth. Kid Martin running to the tippy toe of the racetrack. Trying to get as much grip as he can on the top side. Paul White, your leader. Kid Martin gets a good run, side by side down the back straightaway. Kid Martin might have found something. Does Paul White have anything to say about that? New leader, the 79 of Keith Martin. Keith Martin now your new leader. Paul White is second. Justin Byfield and Dalton Stevens battling it up for third place spot. Dalton Stevens has it currently. Then you got the number 04 of Kyle Jones running in there with the 31 of Mason Smith. Open and banging going on in the back as the 4C of Robert Sellers. Now, big bite, big mistake for the 79 execute mark. Paul White gets the lead back. Paul White trying to hang on to the lead. Keith Martin in second. 5 laps to go for the number 1 of Paul White. Kid Martin running in second. Looks like something might be broken on the 79. Here comes Dalton Stevens on the bottom for the second place spot. Paul White up front. Dalton Stevens in second. Keith Martin in third. Justin Byfield fourth. And here comes the number 31 of Mason Smith. Paul White starting to pull away. We got one up in the wall. It's the 04 Kyle Jones. Gonna get it off the track in time. Meanwhile, it's the number 1 Paul White. Dalton Stevens in second. Keith Martin in third. Mason Smith in fourth. Justin Byfield in fifth. We got 3 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for the number 1 of Paul White? Running that ball very smooth. 2 laps to go for the number 1 of Paul White. Dalton Stevens in second. Mason Smith looking for the third place spot. Looks like he's going to get it. Justin Zimmerman making a late charge, moves that back up to the 4th place spot. 1 more lap to go for the number 1 of Paul White. As he comes into turn number 1. Exiting turn number 2 for the final time. Going down the back straightaway. Coming into turn number 3. Exiting turn number 4. Your winner, the number 1 of Paul White. Dalton Stevens in second, Mason Smith third, Justin Zimmerman fourth. And it looks like Keith Martin is fifth. Followed by Justin Byfield, Steven Smith, Jason Parsons, Sean Deskins, Harley White, Jason.
So we're going to go green this time by Greg Gothard and O.C. Hunt. Starting on the front row, we're green. 12 laps the scheduled distance in this one. Greg Gothard going to lead down into turn number 3. O.C. Hunt on the outside. They're going to go side by side for the race lead. Give the spot to Gothard. The 21 car running up into the race lead. He started on that pole. He's going to try to run away with it up front. O.C. Hunt going to hold on to second. Jamie Hatcher spins through the infield. Sean Kiley running in that 3rd spot with Jamie Hatcher in that 4th position. So not much has changed so far. Gothard still out front. O.C. Hunt on the hunt. Jamie Hatcher going to go around in turn number 4 in front of your leaders. That'll force a caution. Gothard sets pace. We're great. O.C. Hunt going to go down to the bottom. He's going to try to make the move. Just cannot quite get there. Jamie Hatcher spins her out again in turn number 2. We stay green. O.C. Hunt goes back down to the bottom. He's going to try to make the move on the number 21 machine. Gothard holding strong up front, but O.C. Hunt all over the back bumper. 5 laps in of a scheduled 12. O.C. Hunt going to go up to the high side now and try to make the move. Gothard continues to lead up front. The Fruitvale, Texas driver has been very strong all night long and it keeps it going here in the A feature. But O.C. Hunt trying to make something work as he goes back to the high side once again. They're coming up on the lap car of Jamie Hatcher in the 814. This could be O.C. Hunt's chance. He tries to make the move. Gothard holds strong, but now he's stuck behind the lap car. O.C. Hunt was trying to use the lap car as a pick, but then Hatcher slides down to the bottom. Hunt going to go back to the top side. Gothard continues to lead in the number 21. Sean Kiley runs in that third spot, gets around the number 814 as Hatcher spins into the infield. Gothard continues to lead up front. Now he has the advantage he's been looking for. O.C. Hunt going to run the top side, try to run down the number 21. Sean Kiley staying with him in that battle for the second spot. Jamie Hatcher jumps back out onto the racing surface. White flag is out. One more trip around this time as O.C. Hunt has caught the number 21 of Gothard. Gothard going to shut it down to the bottom. O.C. Hunt going to run to the top side as they head down the backstretch through 3 and 4 for the final time. Does O.C. Hunt have anything for Gothard? Off turn number 4 to the checkered flag. It's going to be Greg Gothard at the line. O.C. Hunt will finish second. Sean Kiley in third. Then it will be Jamie Hatcher rounding out your field. And Justin Cottle will lead them back around at a snail's pace. Green flag in the air. We head down into turn number 1. Colton Mooney jumps out to lead. He's got Bondi Cannon on the chase. Justin Cottle will go up high in the number 05. As they sail through 3 and 4, Colton Mooney will lead lap number 1. Bradley Cox goes around. We'll take it through the infield. Bondi Cannon going to go down to the bottom. He's going to try to make a battle for the race lead. Hunter Krugel and Colin Tiefetiller side by side. That is your battle for the 6th position. Colton Mooney continues to lead. Bondi Cannon trying to run the 628 down. Some good racing throughout the field. Colin Tiefetiller sitting in that 6th position. Has Aubrey Parker right behind him. Aubrey going to go down to the bottom and try to make it a side-by-side battle for that 6th spot. Randy Reeser in the 30 Old Farts number 30. 628 of Colton Mooney running the high side, continuing to dominate this one. Bondi Cannon trying to reel him in. Going to go back down to the bottom in that number 33B, excuse me. Colton Mooney on the high side, Bondi Cannon on the inside. Bondi just sliced that lead in half. Colton Mooney going to run the high side through 1 and 2. We'll see what Bondi can do through 3 and 4 once again. As they head back down, Bondi going to go a little bit lower than Colton Mooney. Can Bondi get up next to the 628? The 5-star of Shane Hansen moving up into that 4th spot, trying to make a move on the number 05. That's Justin Cottle. Bondi Cannon had that run going, but hasn't been able to get back next to the 628. Colton Mooney holding strong on the outside. Bondi Cannon down to the inside, trying to make it a side-by-side race for the lead. Aubrey Parker now looking to the outside of the number 03 of James Shipley. Riley Ainsworth moving up through the field. He's trying to run down the number 30 of Randy Reeser. 5 laps to go according to the flagman as Colton Mooney goes past the flag stand. Bondi Cannon still right on the edge, making this a race for the lead. They are closing in right there. Bondi was hoping to get up next to that 628 before they hit lap traffic. We'll see if he can reel in the number 628 down this way. 2 laps to go this time. Colton Mooney slips up through 1 and 2. Bondi Cannon coming right up on him. The 03 slows, something letting go on that car. Bondi Cannon trying to run him down. Caution on this white flag. There is a tire running down the backstretch. Caution on the Speedway. And now the rogue tire heading to turn 4. It's going to go up the Speedway into the wall. Nope, going to come back down. Narrowly avoids our leaders, excuse me. Lots of liquid down on the racing surface. Something letting go on somebody's car. Do believe it was the 03 of James Shipley. Shipley was very slow down the backstretch. Here they come through 3 and 4. Colton Mooney going to set the pace once again. We'll see if anybody's got anything for him. Green flag. We are racing down into turn number 1. Bondi Cannon going to stay right behind the number 628. Now he's going to go down to the bottom. Colton Mooney on the high side. Bondi Cannon on the inside. Bondi Cannon shoots out of a cannon down into turn number 3. White flag is out. We got 2 cars stopped at the entrance of turn number 3. They both get out of there. We're green. Mooney back to the lead. Bondi Cannon going to go for it all here. Down to the line, to the checkered. It's Colton Mooney winning the A feature. Bondi Cannon tried it, could not quite get there. Bondi will finish second, then it'll be Hunter Krugel, Justin Cottle, and rounding out your top 5 is Randy Reeser. SRA Modifieds. Inching through 3 and 4. The Blair, Oklahoma drivers up front, trying to get this thing started. They do. We're green. Cale Westover wastes no time. He's trying to run away up front already. Chris Holt going to have to contend with the number 1 of Ryan Thomas. That is your battle for the second spot. Caution for Trevor Foe. Green flag once again. Cale Westover going to lead down into turn number 1. Ryan Thomas wastes no time. He's going to move up into that second spot. Here comes Casey McAllister down to the bottom. Your race is for third. Ryan Thomas going to try to run down your race leader, Cale Westover. Hold on strong up front. Chris Holt gets away from Casey McAllister, and McAllister will now have to contend with Pinson and Tanner there for that 4th spot. Cale Westover running up front all alone. Ryan Thomas about half a straightaway behind with Chris Holt. David Tanner making his move, trying to move up into that 5th spot. He's got it out of turn number 4. McAllister not going away as they're going to go side by side down into turn number 1. Contact made. Brandon Pinson has now caught Chris Holt. That is your battle for third. Holt slides up. Pinson going to try to capitalize. Pinson cannot. Chris Holt's going to hold on for now as Cale Westover has extended his lead out to a straightaway advantage now. Brandon Pinson going to stay right on the tail of the number 67 of Chris Holt. Harold Winton Jr. moving up through the field. He is up into that 6th spot looking for more. Cale Westover approaching lap traffic as the rest of the drivers are just now hitting the flag stand. Easily the fastest car on the speedway right now as he's just trying to flat out run away. A full straightaway advantage for the driver, the number 15, as he approaches Ryan Spangler. Whoa! Ryan Thomas, your second place runner, going around in turn number 3, caution. 7 laps in the books. Let's try it again. We're green, down into turn number 1. Chris Holt wastes no time. He goes around Brandon Pinson trying to make the move for third. Or for second, excuse me. David Tanner moving for third. Tanner down to the inside. Now he's going to try to go side by side for that second spot. Give it to Tanner momentarily, but at the line, it's Chris Holt. Pinson running the high side fairly well. Harold Winton Jr. moving up into that top 5. He's going to try to keep on picking off cars. He started in 8th. Now he's in 5th. Chris Holt running in that second spot. Now David Tanner solidly in the 3rd position. Harold Winton Jr. has a challenge from the number 44 of Austin Carter. That is your battle for 5th. Pinson and Tanner going at it for 3rd. That is your highest up race on the field. Cale Westover just so fast so far. He is all alone out of turn 2 as the others are entering the apex. David Tanner moving down into the inside of Brandon Pinson. That is your battle for 3rd. Pinson not going away just yet. Side by side for 3rd, down the back stretch. Tanner on the inside, Pinson on the outside, and they'll continue to go door to door down the front. David Tanner down to the inside. They're going to try to run down the number 67 of Chris Holt. Holt sitting in that second spot, but he has a sit and duck out there as Brandon Pinson has now caught Chris Holt. And your battle is now for second. Chris Holt holding strong on the outside, but Pinson has a run down to the inside. They'll separate down the back stretch as Pinson will try it once again. Pinson trying everything he's got up front. That is your battle for second. Cale Westover. Ran away up front, and it's not even close. He is entering lap traffic at the flag stand as the second place car is hitting turn 3. Caution on the Speedway. Your two drivers running for second and third. They step on the loud pedal. We're green. Harold Wooden Jr. to second, making the move on David Tanner. Car stacking up behind them. Brandon Pinson and Trevor Foley, we all get through. Casey McAllister running the high side, trying to run around them all. He'll move up to fourth. He went from 7th to 4th in one move. He'll set his sights on David Tanner. That will be your battle for third. Harold Witten Jr. in second, and Cale Westover all alone as he hits the white flag. One more trip around. He'll sail it down the back stretch. For the final time through 3 and 4, Cale Westover wins the USRA Modified A feature. Harold Witten Jr. in second. Behind him, it'll be David Tanner, Casey McAllister, and the number 44 of Austin Car. Cale Westover getting his victory lane picture. Dominating fashion for the driver, the number 15. Inching through 3 and 4, green flag is in the air. We are racing for the youth tuner class. 10 laps, 2 cars. Jacob Alford going to jump out to the early lead. Kevin Bourne in the second position. Alford trying to go back-to-back 2 weeks in a row. Been one of the better tuners we've had out on the racing surface. Kevin Bourne in that second spot. Both drivers from Wichita Falls, Texas. 2 laps in the books. Jacob Alford almost half a lap in front of Kevin Boren. As he heads down the front straightaway. You'll see halfway home next time. Halfway home this time for Jacob Alford. Kevin Bourne going to sit in that second spot. as he sails down the back stretch. 5 laps in the books of a scheduled 10. Alford almost going over the tractor tire. Jacob Alford approaching Kevin Bourne, going to try to put him 1 lap down. And he does. Going to see 2 laps to go this time for Jacob Alford. White flag is out. 1 more trip around for Alford and Kevin Boren, as Alford will sail through 3 and 4 for the final time tonight. Your A feature winner is Jacob Alford. Kevin Boren will finish 2nd. As that will conclude our night of racing here at